Wow, we got a lot of great movies that are out there.
Dude, check them out.
All right, so now we are back with the legendary.
Yes,
I think
underscore.
just legendary, you know, bright lights, big city type thing. Leon Bibb, I have watched you on TV.
Honored to have him. WEWS.
And I always, you know, I get goosebumps every time he comes. You know,
Yes.
and just for the fact he remembers my name when he sees me. Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Anthony, it's good to be on the broadcast with you.
And it's so good to have you here.
My pleasure.
Yes,
My pleasure.
welcome, welcome, welcome.
So look, we only have a little bit of time, and we have a lot we want to cover. We're going to go back from, we don't have to go back to actually to conceivement. In fact, you have been delivering the news since you were 11 years old.
Well, that was when I was delivering the plain dealer, throwing it on the front porches. And that's why I say I delivered the news at 11. The plain dealer newspaper boy.
Now, but you grew up, you started in Alabama and got back to Ohio?
Yeah, I was born in Alabama. Everybody thinks I was born in Cleveland, but I was born in Alabama. But I came in diapers. I was 1 year old when I got here, when my parents moved back here. So I grew up here. So I know nothing but Cleveland.
Okay.
Well, Cleveland claims you.
Yeah.
Cleveland born, Cleveland bred. Yeah.
That's what we said.
That's right.
Well, high school, where'd you go?
Glenville High School.
Tar blood.
Tar blood, red and black. We got a good football team.
He says that with pride.
I think I heard that somewhere along the lines.
So let's talk about just a little bit about your television career. First of all, you said you came back here when you were a year old.
Right.
You've been delivering the news since you were 11 years old. Did you always know that I'm going into the news business?
Ever since I was 12.
Wow.
That first check.
What?
When I was
From
12,
delivering the news,
no,
right?
I had a sixth grade teacher who said I was pretty good with words. He says you ought to go into journalism.
Wow.
And my sixth grade teacher at Miles Standish Elementary School, Robert Taylor, and he says you need to think about a career in journalism, son, because you're a writer, and I am.
And you have the pipes for it too. So
Well,
no mistake that you're on the air.
Oh, don't get him twisted, because this man, he can give you a mean piece of poetry.
Well, yeah, and we're going to talk about that. But since he's been in the media for quite some time, I know you've interviewed a number of people.
Yeah.
One of which, Martin Luther King Jr.
Now, I took a photograph of Dr. King. I was working for the Cleveland Call and Post, and I was just a teenager, and as a summer intern. And Dr. King came to Cleveland, and I photographed him for the newspaper. I did not get a chance to interview him. I did get a chance to say hi, Dr. King.
Oh, okay.
He says, "Hi, young man," that kind of
Just
thing.
to say hello to him.
But the photograph went on the front page of the Call and Post, because I was working for the Call and Post at that time.
Okay.
Summer intern.
But the fact that you got the chance to take a picture of him, that's big.
Now let's talk about. I mean, what was it like? I mean, because you've interviewed so many people. I'm just gonna throw a name out there. I'm gonna throw Larry Flint out there.
Larry Flint, Hustler Magazine.
Hustler Magazine.
As he told me, Leon, he says, "Leon, you're a good reporter, and I'm a good pornographer." That's what he said.
Okay.
That was cut to the chase. I was working in Columbus, Ohio, and Larry Flint's Hustler Magazine came out of Columbus. He was always at the television station because he was always in trouble, legal and political trouble. So we knew him, and we used to talk to him all the time.
So it was easy to get an interview with him.
Oh yeah, he was always available. We knew where he lived. I mean, he never said no.
All right, James Earl Ray.
Larry Flint was the one who hooked me up with James Earl Ray, the convicted assassin of Martin Luther King at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, 1978. Larry Flint says, "I'm trying to get him a new trial, and I'm going down to see him. Would you like to go with me? Because he will do an interview with you if you want it, because if you go with me." And I says, "Oh, I would love to go with you." So Larry Flint and I went down there, and I did a half-hour special on Larry Flint and James Earl Ray and the connection between the two people. And
Is there a connection between Larry and James?
I mean, such different worlds, but
he was trying to get him a new.
Wow.
He was using his magazine. Larry not only had Hustler magazine, he had several other magazines which were a little more mainstream, not quite as wild as Hustler, but he was always writing about the King assassination, and he thought that he could get James Earl Ray a new trial. And that's why I went along with him, and I ended up doing a special on the relationship between these two men. We went down 1978, we went down to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary in Knoxville, Tennessee. And James Earl Ray was there, of course, and the security guards or the corrections officers, they brought him into this holding cell where we had our cameras set up, just me. It was me and my cameraman, Larry Flint, Another woman was in the back. She was a sketch artist for the Knoxville newspaper, and Larry Flint's attorney, and Flint, James Earl Ray's attorney. Ray walked into the room and immediately looked at me, and he says, "Are you the man who's interviewing me?" I says, "Yes, I am." He says, "Hi, I'm James Earl Ray."
And extends his hand.
Extended his hand.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I says, "I'm Leon Bibb."
What was that interview like?
Well, we talked. I didn't put the $64,000 question down for the first couple of minutes.
Sure.
We just talked about life in prison, how things were going for him.
How you doing?
Well, what he was doing. It was a little more than how you doing. It wasn't that friendly. but then I asked him if he killed Dr. King, Martin Luther King, and he says, "No, I did not." And we talked about that, and I asked him what was he doing in Memphis, and he said he was involved with some gun running. He was buying guns from a guy by the name of Raoul. He said he did not know Raoul's last name. They did not, and he was not using his real name in all of these illegal gun trafficking. And he said he just got caught up in some things, and that he had nothing against Dr. King. He was not a civil rightist. He said Ray was not a civil rightist. He said he was not involved in it in any way. He had no feelings one way or the other about Dr. King. All the while, behind me, my camera is just rolling. And he's talking, and he and I ended up we did about a half hour together. And we put it on the air. I was working at the NBC station in Columbus, WCMH, and I was reporting for Columbus. And then I kind of put that along with Larry Flint, who was trying to get him a new trial. It was a legitimate news story. We put it all together and showed the relationship between these two men.
I bet it got much airplay.
Oh, most definitely.
Much airplay.
Again, to our viewing audience, Leon Bibb, who is considered the first African-American newscaster in Ohio, correct?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, prime time.
Okay.
That happened when I was in Columbus in 1977.
You have quite a following. People love to watch you, and you're just listening to him talk. You love poetry. You've published poetry. What drives you in that department?
I love the spoken word and I love the written word. I think that ever since I can remember, I've loved words and I've loved to write them down. I guess it is the gift that God gave me. And so I do that, and I find great satisfaction in writing. I mean, it is a way for me to relax. Sometimes it's a way for me to find out what I really feel, because I can never lie to the paper.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you, every year at our fraternity, sweetheart brunch, we'll ask Leon to be like, "Brother Bibb, you need to come and just, for the ladies." Do a little something, and it's just his melodic voice.
Alpha Phi Alpha.
Very calming.
From this 5-time Emmy Award winner, I thought I'd throw it out. See how you saw the bio in there between the He would say something. Give me something. Just come on, give us something.
There is music in you, beautiful woman. There is music all about you. I see it in your being. I hear it in your sound. It is as if violins are playing when you speak. So play for me, my dear. Play for me, my sweet. Simply exist and make for me your symphony.
See, look at you. See, I told you. Look,
I'm drifting off into an unknown land.
Girls, it's like butter.
It is.
It's like
I didn't know I was going to do poetry. I thought we were
I had to go there.
I didn't know you were going to talk.
You really do have a gift.
And it's so good because you can just call them on it. It's like anybody who can sing, just give me a verse real quick.
Right.
And everybody, okay.
Let me clear my throat and proceed.
Let me have a drink here and I'll do some more.
You are also a graduate of Bowling Green State University. And one time you actually served as the Board of Trustees chair.
For 9 years, I was on the Board of Trustees of Bowling Green. Up until 2005.
Okay, so you had a chance to actually go back to your alma mater and do a great work even there. So again, real quick, go ahead and give him a shameless plug. We can catch you on WEWS.
WEWS, I'm doing the noon broadcast. I'm anchoring the noon, and I'm anchoring the 6 o'clock broadcast right now on WEWS Channel 5. And you can also read some of the things that we write on newsnet5.com, our website. So, I mean, we're kind of working all over the place. I mean, it's like I can hardly get out of there. Well, I got one more thing to right. So I mean, so we've got the newscast going every day, and we got the website going 24/7.
And it's so good to see you on prime time.
I agree. It's
Yes.
good to be on prime
Yes,
time.
it
I
is.
mean, in this day, and the goal is to continue to work.
Baby.
As Anthony says,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is again Leon Bibb from WEWS Channel 5 News. Thank you so very much
Oh, the
for
pleasure's
what you
mine.
do in our community.
Keep up the good work.
Oh, anytime. It's good to be on the broadcast.
Yeah.
You know, you're always welcome back anytime.
When I'm not watching Channel 5, I'm watching Another Look.
We should, I love that. We're a good commercial.
That's already been cut and spliced. Hey, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of Another Look. That's already been cut.